Morning, guys. It's John Roddy here from Codec. We're just going to just take a minute or two for people to come onto the call. So if you just bear with us. Lisa, I think we start. All right.
Yes, let's go. We can start.
Okay, great. So thanks very much for attending this morning. We have an hour. I'm going to do a very brief introduction to Codec. Followed over then to Louise, who is our practice lead. We have a quick Q&A. You can ask questions via the WebEx, or you can put yourself forward to ask a question as well. So appreciate you coming on the call. And I suppose the agenda today is about the role of finance and how technology can help in the COVID-19 economy. I hope that what we're about to show you is of value. It's the first in a series of webinars that we are going to do over the next couple of weeks. The next one is scheduled for the 14th of May, and we'll follow up with you in relation to that if it's of interest to you as well. So a quick intro to Codec. From Codec perspective, we are one of the longest established IT providers in Ireland. We're established in 1985 in Dublin. We've offices in Galway, Cork, London, Germany, and Poland, and also a large office in Belfast. We have revenues in excess of 30 million, over 240 employees, and award-winning Microsoft and Oracle practice within Codec. And today, obviously, we're focusing on our enterprise performance management. So over those 35 years, we've gained experience across multiple different sectors, which you'll see on the right-hand side. On the left-hand side of this slide, you'll see some of the well-known customers that we continue to deal with from Codec perspective over those 35 years across various different sectors. You'll see very well-known brands and household names there as well. The unique thing about Codec is our business, and if you look at top half of this graph, you'll see that we offer services around change management, finance and accounting, industry know-how, regulation and compliance. We have large teams of business analysis, and for example, a good way to bring this one to light would be a lot of our consultants in our ERP practice are qualified accountants, for example. So they know business, they know processes within finance, but they're also very strong on the technology side. And on the bottom half of this graph will give you a flavor of the technology, what you'd expect from a technology provider in Ireland. I suppose one of the other slides that I think are relevant for those who don't know who we are. We have a very strong culture and great people within Codec, and this slide is representative of a survey that we did internally about 18 months ago, where we surveyed all of our employees, and most of our employees are consultants, and we asked them, how would you capture in one slide our culture in Codec, and these were the three kind of terms that came back from that. So we want to challenge each other, we want to grow, we want to enjoy what we do. As an IT company, we want to work on the really exciting projects, And because we know more about technology across the full suite of applications, we can do more for our customers. I suppose when I talk about full stack, this is really what I mean. This is one slide representative of what Codec does as a business. We're a cloud-first business. We have a large Dynamics 365 customer engagement practice, what people would have known as CRM in the past. We have financial solutions within Codec, which are made up of ERP and EPM, which we're talking about today, EPM, Oracle product. Cloud and productivity, managed services are other key areas of what we do as well. So this slide just represents, I suppose, the full suite / full stack of integrated applications that we provide as an organization. Second last, so what's our EPM space? So 78% of CIOs cloud to be critical to their strategy, and 76% of business surveyed said that in the next 3 years, cloud is going to become really important to them. So from a cloud perspective, we, not just Codec, but Gartner say it as well in terms of the Magic Quadrant, that the Hyperion offering from Oracle has the most complete vision and is seen as the #1 product in this space by Gartner. And the reason for that is that it's such a integrated offer from Oracle. So you can start with planning. You have, see this slide, 6 other areas as part of the new enterprise SKU that you can avail of if you so wish as part of that license. So it's a much more complete offering. It's not a collection of, you buy planning and then you have to buy consolidation and account reconciliation. You get that as part of the SKU now. And today we're going to focus on the planning piece, and with that, we'll hand over to Luis.
Thank you, John. Let me just share my screen and we can start presenting. One sec. Hi, everyone. My name is Luis Cairo. I am the EPM practice lead in Codec, and today we are going to discuss what's the role of the finance department in the COVID-19 economy. Okay, this is the first of the Codec workshop series for Oracle EPM, and we are now in a situation where the most up-to-date information needs to be at the fingertips of the key decision makers across all of the sectors. There is no mistaking that what was happening in the last few months was rocket every business to the core, putting significant challenges in a way of organizations that could not have been predicted 6 months ago. And now more than ever, the information needs to be on the decision makers' desks or laptops on time. So it also needs to be accurate, precise, and available at the click of a button to make fast decisions. Okay. Today we are going to cover, this is just a quick agenda what we are going to cover today. What is an EPM? What's the difference between BI, analytics, and EPM? We will cover some topics in a demo and a conclusion. Okay. So basically, I think we can start saying, for this, I believe that we first need to demystify what EPM is. So what is EPM? EPM stands for Enterprise Performance Management and helps you to analyze, understand, and report on your business. EPM is very critical to manage all types of organizations by linking financials and operational metrics to insights and driving strategies, plans, and execution. In an environment of constant change, new competitors, and new economy uncertainty like today, it is really a great tool that is designed to help organizations to plan, budget, and forecast and report on the business performance. You can as well consolidate and finalize financial results, or you can say the closing the books. The EPM solutions are primarily used by CFOs and the Office of Finance, while other functional areas such HR, sales, marketing, IT use EPM for operational planning, budgeting, and reporting. It's really help you to improve the quality of decisions and automate your routine tasks. Okay, but when you know more about EPM, what's the difference between BI, analytics, and EPM? Basically, an overview of what's the difference between them is BI and analytics, they are more reactive, and EPM, you are more proactive. Okay, in a BI, the BI is focused on bringing relevant information about daily operations and can deliver valuable information regarding the current status of different parts of your business based on specific measures and reports. In the analytics, you can dive deeper into these results, manipulating and drilling into the data to understand the trends and get some answers to specific questions. In the EPM, we use these BI and analytics results by putting a set of processes in place that will improve the company performance, involving planning, strategizing, and measuring against the goals. So you will plan, you will monitor, and take the action in order to improve the business performance. So, and in this demo, let's start the demo. In this demo, we will try to run to see how it works, the EPM, how you can run a daily, weekly, and monthly forecast to stay ahead of the changing economy. You will be able to see how we can run what-if scenarios and devise actions plans to deal with them. You will see you can manage multiple versions of budget and include different potential hierarchies. And see how the Oracle EPM solution can be deployed quickly for you. Okay, so let's start with the demo. Okay, so when you log in your EPM Cloud subscription, this is the landing page, the home page in the system. You can see some cards that we call cards and clusters that you can create your own navigation flow. You can hide cards, you can create new and rename the cards, and then you will be able to customize the business processes over various rows and groups. So each rows and groups will interact differently in the system. Okay. If
Luis,
you
sorry,
have,
could you just make your screen, maximize your screen a bit, if possible?
okay, sorry, 1 sec. Can you see my screen? No. Is it maximized?
Yeah, that's
Because
better. Yeah,
okay.
thanks.
Thank you, John. So and on a tab on the right, when you click on this white link here, you have something that we call the Infolet. Infolet, they are interactive box shaped container that we can use to display information using text and charts. This is really, really helpful, and the infolets can be flipped and resized to display up to 3 charts or set of values. Let's go back to the main page now. Okay, so today we are going to work as Denise. Denise, she's a manager in a Vision Corporation. And the Vision Corporation today is wrapping up its strategic planning processes. So we're going to start reviewing how Denise can manage a long range plan. Okay, so I just click in the plan cluster, click in the long range plan. You will open a setup of forms, a predefined forms. Okay, I'm accessing the strategic plan for North America. On the top of the form, you can see some drop down with the scenarios available to you, the data view, and some account groups that you can filter. In our example, we will focus in the revenue drivers and assumption that are used to generate the forecast. So we can easily see how the forecast is derived by selecting a value and the menu option for account forecast. So let me click here in industry sales. Let me go to the action button and select account forecast. As you can see, several forecast methods are provided, such as, let me just open the methods, such as growth rate or percentage of another account, to easily create derived values and freeform. You can also have custom formula in the forecast as well. So in this case, we are using the growth rate. If I click, for example, in the shared revenue, as you can see, the shared revenue, it's a formula. Let's add it. So the shared forecast, it's a formula derived from it's a custom formula. So, and to calculate the share of revenue, we are multiplying the industry sales by our expected market share. Also, we have our share of revenue. We can apply our historic mix of percentage to generate the forecast for each product line. You can search your accounts here on the left side as well. Cancel. This it's one of the modules in the EPM Cloud. This is the strategic modeling. In the strategic modeling, you can use simulation, and this simulation uses the Monte Carlo method to automatically generate hundreds of what-if scenarios for your model. So each of the what-if scenario is considered one of the trial of the simulation. Let's see how this works now. So let me just click in the industry sales for 2020, forecast as a growth rate. Let me go in action and simulation. A right panel will open here. A panel will open in the right side, and you will see set assumption, because before you running any simulation, you must first identify the uncertain inputs in your model. So these assumptions you describe, these are called assumptions, and you describe the uncertainty for each one by selecting a probability distribution from a gallery. We have 6 types of distribution in a gallery. Each one, if you move the mouse over the distribution types, you will see the description. Okay, the type of the distribution you select depends on the conditions surrounding the input. Decision makers can make use of the normal distribution to describe the uncertain inputs, such as inflation rate or periodic return on assets. Okay, let's use the triangular assumption, the triangular distribution, for example, as an example. So the triangular distribution describes situations where you know the minimum and the maximum and the most likely the values. So it's very useful with the limited data in situations such as sales estimates, inventory numbers, and marketing costs. Let's change a number here for minimum for 5 and the maximum for 15. Okay. Let's change another account as well. Let's change the market share. Set an assumption as well. For market share, let's say we can use the uniform distribution. In a uniform distribution, describes where simulations where you know the minimum and the maximum values, and all the values are likely to occur. Okay, so let's use the minimum and the maximum using the uniform distribution. Now that we defined our distribution, we will define the forecast cells. So the forecast cells are the output cells that contain the formulas that refer to one of or more assumption cells. These are the accounts for which you want to see the effects of the uncertainty. In this case, let's set up a product sales. And let's click Set Forecast. With the forecast set, we can run the simulations. When the simulations run, random numbers are generated for each of the assumptions. This simulates how different scenarios of values can occur for these variables in the real world. For each scenario, the model is recalculated and the results are shown in the forecast chart. So let's run the forecast here. So you can see the base case, the worst case, and the median case to be updated. Let me just review the options here. This was not saved. Okay, now we can run the simulation. After running the simulation for a few hundred of trials, the results starts to converge. We are running for 500 trials. Okay, so the simulation is complete. Below the forecast chart are the key metrics. Here you can see the base case, the worst case, and the best case. With information from simulations, you can better understand the uncertainty surrounding your strategic plans. Okay. Close. And let's have a look in an income statement now. In the Oracle EPBCS, you will receive a lot of out-of-the-box features that you can enable. I will show you this later. But in the strategic modeling, it has a built-in hierarchical chart of accounts, and you have some financial logic that generates an integrated set of financial statements, including balance sheet, cash flow, and an income statement. So this is completely out of the box, and you can customize as you need for your company. So let's get back to use Denise as an example. So in this case, Denise she plans to finalize a different scenario. So you have a list of the scenarios here. Let's say she wants to change the upside case scenario. So let me just select my upside case scenario. Okay. And so she wants to finalize the upside case scenario and use as a basis for setting targets for the bottom up planning process. Okay. So to help Denise to analyze the numbers, or what these numbers means, and where can I get those numbers, we have a feature called audit trail. Okay, so let's see, for example, the net income. If I click on a cell in the net income and use the audit trail feature, the audit trail will present the most complex relationships in the numbers and words. The information in the model becomes transparent to all participants in the strategic planning process. So if I click here, I have 54 million. But where this number is coming from? Okay, so I open the audit trail and it's take income after taxes. So I can drill down the audit trail and see where these numbers are coming from. So I can drill down, continue to drill down. And the audit trail leads all the way back to the inputs. So when here you can actually make the changes to the assumptions. So from the net income, I open my audit trail feature, drill down until the lowest level where you can see the assumptions, and you can change the assumptions from here. Okay. Let's see another feature in a strategic modeling. Let's see, let's using the goal seek feature. So my plan, Denise plan has been asked to model a goal of attaining 95 million in operating profit in the 2023 by expanding the services division. We can use a feature called goal seek, and she can set a new goal. So go click on the cell that you want to change, in this case, operating profit, go actions, goal seek. Let's say she needs to attain 95 million. So let's change here to 95. So where can I achieve this goal? Let me select an account to help me to achieve this goal. The accounts that I want to use are the services, the service revenue, when I should start. Let me select my start period. In this case, let's start in 2020. In the end period, 2023. And let's click on Seek. Wrong account. As you can see, the system, the strategic modeling changed my forecast by 2023 operating profit for 95 million. And all the other accounts, they are derived from sales. For example, cost of goods sold, this one. And the other expenses was updated accordingly. And now you can see a new forecast for operating profit here easily. I just set up my new goal, my accounts that I will use to adjust my goal, and the start and the end period. Let me close now the goal seek. And it's done. I have my my new upside case scenario. Let's compare the new upside case to the original base. The services revenue will expand to 52 million in this scenario, and we will assume this scenario that Vision, this is the scenario that Vision decides to use as the basis for its next planning year. Okay, as you can see, you can compare different versions and different scenarios in the system. Now let's set up this new scenario as a basis for the new planning year. So let's go to the revenue targets. You can see the revenue targets dashboards. Let's see, actions, targets to bottom-up plan, and I will promote my upside case scenario to the target. The top-down targets have been allocated and a bottom-up planning process is kicked off. Let's see one more dashboard. As you can see, the dashboards are really interactive and they can use to summarize the current state of the planning process. This is another example of an operating plan dashboard. Let's do some variance analysis now. Financial close, variance analysis. This is another form that you can review your actual versus plan variances. So you have your actual scenario with the working version, any adjustments, an actual consolidated scenario, your plan working version, actual versus plan, and the various percentage. Let's see another way that we can do the forecast. For example, for consulting. So from the consulting form, I'm checking just one account, consulting. Let me go to the forecast. So Denise, she wants to know that in order to the forecast a new run, she wants to set up a new run rate for the contracted supplies, and she will need to increase the total of the year for 408,000. So supplies, I can see my forecast, my plan, my forecast versus plan, and you can add some commentary on the form as well. So let me just expand the year total. As you can see, my forecast, it's open just for the Q3 and the Q4, and it's closed for Q1 and Q2. So our plan, Denise she is planning to increase the supplies, the contracted supplies by the year in the 480,000. So I can just go into year total, change to 408,000, and the system will change my forecast, and only on the periods opened, not in the closed. And we can save. Since the forecast for the first 2 quarters are closed, any amount that she enters in the total for the year will only impact the remaining forecast periods, Q3 and Q4. This is presenting how easy it is to change the forecast. Let's have a look in more ways to change your forecast. You can easily change the year total that we did, but you can run as well a monthly forecast. And you can use a predictive plan in the system as well. In the Oracle Cloud provides you the ability to leverage some predictive modeling capabilities. We can compare our current forecast to one that is statistically predicted. So you have machine learning running in the background. So, and when you run the prediction, all of the historical data for each member on the form is retrieved. So you use sophisticated time series forecasting techniques to predict the future performance for these members. So let's select, for example, any cell, actions, predictive planning. Let's say supplies. As you can see, the prediction results are displayed in a panel on the bottom of the form. The historical data for this product is shown as a green series on the left side of the chart. The base case prediction is shown in blue on the right. if you can move your mouse over the line, you can see the value. The prediction interval, which is bounded by the worst and the best case, is shown in an orange band around the base case prediction. So it's between the worst and the best case. To the right side of the panel, you will see some boxes that contain some key metrics for each series, the prediction and the forecast. So when I run my predictive plan, I'm happy. So, and now I will ask the system to just paste my prediction to my plan. So I can just click here on a paste. I will copy my results from prediction to my forecast working. Okay, and click on paste. I have all of my new prediction here. I'm happy with the prediction, so I can click save. You can easily change your prediction by moving here. You can, in the adjusted outliers, you can manually update your prediction. And you can save. This is how you update your forecast using the predictive plan feature, okay? Another option, it's the rolling forecast. In the rolling forecast, you can use you can use the rolling method, in which a new quarter is added to the forecast to each quarter close. So you can change the quarters here. Let's go back to the home page. Just one more thing, in the rolling forecast, you can easily see the variances to the target. And you can compare each cost centers or each accounts to the original targets. Okay. So now that we reviewed the plan and the forecast, it's time for us to check the reporting. So let's have a look on the operations review package. This is another module in the EPM Cloud. It's called narrative reporting. And the narrative reporting provides you a secure, collaborative, and process-driven approach for defining, authoring, and reviewing and publishing financial and management report packages. So in this case, let's just click here in the author. So it's really enables you, the users, so you can set up different user for different sections in your report. Okay, and this report, in this example, this report, it's a PowerPoint document. So let's click here in author. Let's say what carrier lane it's responsible for. So you can see some visual indicators here out of this slide, which are started and not completed. Okay, and you can see carry is responsible for this section in the document. So let's edit this. Let's define some variables to run the reports. Let's set up the different dates for June. The period ending will be June. And let's preview the report. This is how my PowerPoint looks like today. Let's have a look if we have any comments in the report. Let me show all comments. So we have some comments. You can add comments in your reports, okay? And you can review the open comments from all users. So the review phases are very, very important and enable report stakeholders to review and collaborate in the reports. The comments can be in rich text format and can include attachments and links. Okay, so in here I can see all of the comments in the report. Let's check the first comment for this comment from Alex Smith. When you click in a comment, the system will forward you to the comment. Where is the comment? Alex Smith is saying this looks like last month data. Please verify. So I can add a new comment here. And say, yes, it updated today. And post. And they will see our comment as well. Let's go down. Let's see one more comment. On the next review, please update to include explanations for all the negative variances. Okay, so you can change. Let's preview the report. So all of the numbers in the report, they are connected to the database. And you can define different users to manage each section of your document. Next month, they just need to update the report and all of the graphs and the numbers will change automatically. This is a nice looking good report. Let's have a quick look, because we have only 10 minutes. Let's have a quick look at the profitability. we have a services performance overview dashboard. In the performance analysis, we can see the consulting services, some challenges with the consulting services line. In the performance analysis, you can see it represents the profit percentage against the net profits, and with the revenue measured by the size of the bubble. Okay, the low positioning of the large orange bubble tells the manager, for example, that we need to discover the drivers behind the consulting service, high costs to fully take advantage of its earned revenue. So let's check the service consulting. I have a service consulting here, a consulting service here. On the top point of the curve, it's the break-even point. On the left side of the curve are the profitable products. And on the right side are the returning of a loss. So as we can see in this case, the unprofitable percentage is 35%. Let me select the service tier and the bottom 20%. So as I can see, all of my problem is in basically on a tier 1 product. I can run an analysis view for this to see more details. I can see who is the manager taking care of the tier 1 and 2 and put some action plan in place to help this manager and see why he's having a bad performance on the consulting services. You can easily export this to an Excel as well. The Excel, it's a very important part in a EPM Cloud because you don't have only the web interface to work with. You can use the Smart View. Smart View, it's a common Microsoft Office interface designed for Oracle EPM and business intelligence, and it's a comprehensive tool for accessing and integrating the EPM and BI in the Microsoft Office. So every form, any report that you have on a web, you have available here in the Microsoft Office. In this case, let's open a form in the Excel. The same form that I have on a web, I can open in the Excel. You have the same security permissions, you have the same functionalities, you have the drill through capability here. When you see this green box in a cell, this means you have a drill through feature enabled. If you press the right button here and select drill through, you can drill back to the source and see the transaction level of that information, okay? And when you click the drill through, one sec. And when you click the drill through, he will give you two options: to open the drill through as a new Excel sheet or in a web browser. So you can drill back even to SAP or Oracle Fusion, or if you are loading from a file, you can load it in the transaction level into the system. The system will consolidate into a management level, and when needed, you can drill back to the transaction level for that intersection. okay? You can see your task lists in the Excel as well. So the manager you can set up task lists for each manager every month, and they will receive this in the Excel and in the Outlook. You have the Microsoft, you have the Oracle Smart View on the Excel, on the Word, and you can create dynamic PowerPoint presentations as well. So that's the end of our presentation today. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Okay.
Thanks,
Back to you, John.
thanks, Luis. So, guys, if there is any questions, you can put them forward via WebEx, or we can take them now. If there isn't any questions, just wanted to say thanks for your attendance today. I really appreciate it. We will be running a series of these events over the next couple of weeks, and we'll follow up with you with the next one, which is in mid-May. So hopefully that will be of interest to you. Hopefully you got value today. Luis, I'd like to thank you. It was very informative, showing how we can use technology in the finance departments during these challenging times as well. Just from a codec perspective, we're seeing a lot of take-up on planning from Hyperion over the last number of weeks. A lot of people are, we would pretty much own the market here in Ireland. We've a lot of companies using the technology both on premise and also looking now to transition into the cloud. We've a number of large and small reference sites using the Oracle planning product in the cloud. So happy to share some references with you if that's something that you're interested in looking at. I don't see any questions coming in, so I think what we will do now, we'll just end it there. We'll give you back 3 minutes, and thank you all very much for your attendance. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, everyone.